Hello, all. Let me ask you a very simple question today, and I request you to type your answer in the comment box. When you open Excel in your office, workplace, whether Excel controls you or you are controlling Excel. If Excel is controlling you every time, then you are at the right place and you are watching the right video. But you have to commit to yourself that you will be watching this video till the very end, and if you do so, I am sure that it will help you to speed up your workflow and boost up your productivity. And with that note, welcome to my Excel room, myself Shovik. In today's world, speed is not a bonus skill, it is a perceived competence. And in this video, we will be covering how to navigate Excel in a smarter way that will save lot of time. If we think whenever we move our hand from keyboard to mouse when we are using Excel, we are losing microseconds. These microseconds become minutes, minutes become hours, and in this way, every day we are losing our productivity. So, we will also add the frequently used Excel shortcuts, keyboard shortcut keys in this video. With that note, let us go to the lab. In this Excel file, first we can see that there is a spreadsheet. This is under a worksheet sheet 2. So this is the worksheet grid. You can see this is the worksheet grid. So let me annotate. So this is worksheet grid. And this is the main spreadsheet where the values and data will be there. This is called the ribbon tab. In these ribbons, there are multiple tabs: file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, developer, and help. Developer will primarily will not be there. You need to go to file. You need to go to file, and then you need to go to this options, and you need to bring the developer pane. If we need to navigate through the worksheets, then what we need to do, we need to hit control, and then if we need to go to right, then we need to do page down. See, sheet 3, sheet 4, and if we need to go to left, we need to hit page up, but along with control. So control page down means you are navigating across the tabs right side, and if you hit page up, then that means that you are navigating towards the left. So this is how control page down and page up will help you to navigate through the tabs without touching the mouse. Now, how to activate this home, insert, page, formulas, all these things? You just hit alt. Whenever you will hit a alt key in your keyboard, then all the tabs will be activated. Now suppose I want to go to insert, then I can see the letter in, so I will hit just 10. Now you can see, you can insert what you want to insert. You want to hit a formulas or data or charts, whatever you will be doing, you will see here. Suppose again I will want to deactivate it. I need to hit alt, and then again I will hit alt and then activate it, and then again H. Let's say I want to go to home and I want to go to this box number formatting product. So I need to hit press N and then down arrow to activate the drop down, and now you can see your these things have been there. And another way you can format it, shift F10F, it will open up the format cells options, and here you can format in general, date, time, numbers. And as you can see that there are a lot of functionalities in Excel, right? So which is the part of basic to advanced Excel course. Obviously, in the scope of today's video, we are not covering each functionalities, but we are just doing it how to speed up your process, how to navigate through the data. This is the most important thing that we do every day, right? So this is a 20,000 records data, and 20 columns are there. Now suppose if I want to see the last record, then probably I need to, what you will do is that probably you will scroll through in this way, right, manually, and that will take too much of time to reach the 20,000 records. Now see how with the help of keyboard shortcut I am just doing it very quickly, right? My A1 cell is activated, right? So now I can press control. I want to see the last record, last value in this column. So I will hit just the down arrow. You see the last column is Rohit Das is the name of the customer. Now, this is a question that, okay, fine, how to go back to the previous row, previous preliminary cell. Control home. Control home wherever you are. If you hit control home, then it will take you to the A1 cell, wherever you are. Now, let us do this column wise. So I want to see the last column of this data. Then what you will do, you will just navigate through this thing, right? But I will tell you, just hit a control and hit a right arrow. Then you will go to the risk variable, risk category variable, high, medium, low risk category variable, which is there in the AX column, right? So this is the way we can save scrolling through the data. We just can scroll through hitting the pressing the control and using the arrow keys. Okay, but we need to remember one thing: the limitation. Limitation is, suppose you have blank here, okay, and you are here, and then you are doing a control down arrow, it will stop here. So that means how it is working? It is working in the way it is it is trying to finding out that where the first blank is occurring, it is stopping before that cell. Okay, be it downside control down arrow, or upper side control up arrow, right side control right arrow, or left side control left arrow. This works in the similar way. Now thing is that how to select the data. Now you will say, how to select the entire data? Control A. Yes, absolutely right. But if I don't need to select the entire data, suppose I need to select couple of the data, suppose this column only, then how will I select? Again, if I am just doing like this, it will take ages, right? It will take ages for a big data, messy data. It is not the way. So what I will do, I will just come here from where the range will start. So when I am doing a selection, I am selecting a range, right? Range is formed by number of rows and number of columns, right? So here number of columns is until gender, let's say, for example, and all the records will be doing. So it would be a 5 cross 20,000 records, something, 5 fields and 20,000 records. So what I will do, I will just hit shift and down, just hit the right arrow until column E, and then what I will do, I will hit again control. Now my control and shift both are pressed. Now I will hit a down arrow. So it will select the entire thing. So whenever control and shift together will be pressed, then it is for the selection. Shift is selecting one by one row, one by one column, or one by one row, okay, sequentially. And whenever we are using control, we are jumping the selection. So suppose, for example, here I am doing a shift key and then just right arrow. It is one by one selecting the columns, and then down arrow, it is one by one selecting the stuffs. But if I need to, if I know that entire data is filled up till the end, then I will just hit a control and then down arrow. So control shift down arrow will be selecting the entire data all together. Okay, and our job would be easy. Another essential thing, whenever I am in the 20,000 records, I can't see the field names. Another point is that when I'm at the top right side, then I can't see the customer name and all. So the first couple of columns I need to see, because which this information is for that particular customer. So I need to see that, right? And also, as you can see, that this customer data is generated by AI. So this entire data is fictitious. So now Let's say, for example, here the concept comes of the free span concept comes. So here, if now you need to do the free spans manually, then what you need to do? Okay, fine. Okay, I am selecting D2, and then I am going to view and then free spans, and then click on the free span. And then if I am clicking on the free spans, this will be freeze. That's fine, but it will take a lot of time, right? Rather, if I am doing this way, Alt WF, right, is the shortcut key. So I am just selecting D2, Alt WF, enter. Then it is freezed. See, now you moreover wherever you are in the right side, you can still see the customer name, right? And even if you are going to the bottom, then also you can see the table name here. See, gender, marital status, everything. So this is a super thing which whenever we are handling big data, we need to incorporate freeze spans. Now how to remove the unfreeze it? It is freezing means it is just freezing the first couple of columns or couple of rows basis on where you are. So suppose if I am freezing here, then it will freeze the top three rows as well. Okay, so just think that where you are and what you want. Okay, where you want the freeze. If I want these three columns and the first row should to be freezed, I need to be at the D2 and then hit all WF. See, this is marital status or this is educational level or this is employment status, but I can't see the entire field name, right? Well, I can just see employment, not the employment status. So that means the width of the column is not correct. I need to fix it. So now if you go to the again, you will search in the tab and then you select and then you will fix it. Lot of time it will take. What I will do now, I know how to select the entire control shift right arrow. So the entire top row, the data part is selected. Now I know that I need to just see this field name accurately. So what I will do, Alt SOCA. See now, Alt SOCA. Now you can see that everything is auto fix has been done. That all the field you can see now. So you can see how fast we are doing it, right? With the help of shortcut keys. Now we will be talking about two powerful tools. One is pivot table, another is go-to. Let us first do some go-to exercise. Some of the customers says information I don't know. Now I need to fill it. So for example, the average will fill average of three rows, average of three rows. Okay, in this way we will do. If now you need to do it manually, you need to find out the blanks, then you need to do this. Okay, fine, this is my average, and then I will probably go to this thing and then we'll do this average. Okay, fine. Again, I need to do this average here. This will take these three values, and then again doing something like this. And then again, you need to fill up this thing, and then again, you need to find out, okay, fine. Okay, now I know the control down works, right? Control down here, the blank keys. Again, I need to do the same thing, right? So this will take lot of time. Just forget about this age variable. Let's say this is X. Now what I will do, I know that where this will apply, right? So this is the field. I know. So I have just selected this column, this particular thing. And I am just what is it? I need to find out the blank. So I am doing Control G. Control G is the shortcut for go to. And then I need to go to this special tab. Okay. Now let's say I am doing this Alt S. Now you can see there is a something called blanks right here. Something called blanks. I need to select this. I can dynamically select it. I can dynamically select it by pressing K. Okay. Okay. Now I know. Now it is selecting the blank cells only. Now what I will do, I will click equal to average. Okay. And then I will select the previous D7, D until D6, D7, D8. Okay. So this is the average. Now all my blank cells are selected. I am putting in one cell the average function, right? Now what will happen if I just press enter, then it will apply to that particular cell. Now as I need to apply this to all the cells selected, I need to press control and hit enter. Now you will see that all these have been filled up. Okay. And then if you go little come again, here it is filled up. Wherever it is found blank, it is filled up in that way. So this is the beauty of using go-to, which is not very frequently discussed in the internet. I have seen not frequently used, but it is a very powerful tool. In Control G, you can see that there are multiple options, so you can try yourself, explore yourself all the other options. I have just shown one option, and then you can, if you have any question, you can write in the comment box. I will get back to you. If I am telling you, no, I don't want a specific data, I want to select the entire column, then it is control and space. It will select the entire column. Similarly, if you want to select the entire row, then shift and space, it will select the entire row. As you can imagine that these shortcuts can boost up your workflow manifold, right? So use these things. And now suppose, for example, I want to filter the data. Just select the data and do Alt DFF. The data would be filtered. See? And then again use Alt DFF. The data would be unfiltered. Now I will come to table. Let's say I have done a sum here. Sum of this data. Okay. The sum is 1.04 million, right? So now if I add another data here, let's say 10,000. Okay. Then the sum is not changing, because in order to change the sum, this range you need to drag, right? And then this sum will work. Okay. Now coming back to the previous. Now that means every time I ingest new data, my formula needs to be modified in that way, so that the data can be considered in the calculation. But it is the problem when we are doing it only with some ranges, normal ranges. It is called a normal range, right? Range of data. But if I convert it to a table conversion shortcut key Control T. See, it is converted a table into a table. Now see, I am doing a sum same way. Now when I am doing a sum, this is the name is called table 1 and the field is called annual income. So it is not showing you any cell references. It is showing you the field name. Okay. Now suppose I am hitting a 10,000 here. See, this has changed. I don't need to shift anything here. Now again I am doing a 1 lakh. It will change. I don't need to do anything because it is dynamically taking. So this is one of the many benefits of using table. And table you can use Control T, otherwise insert and table. So suppose sometimes what we need to do, we need to freeze the cell references, right? Now how I will freeze the cell references? Either I will, so we know that in a cell reference the letter corresponds to the column and the digit corresponds to the row, right? So now if I need to freeze this reference, then I need to use $sign, right, in my keyboard. Now column D is freezed here. Okay. It means that your column D is freezed. Fine. Now, if I need to both freeze the column and the row, then I need to use the row freezing as well. Now, it is taking a lot of time because I am doing it manually. Now, if I select this and just hit F4, see. So first of all, if I'm hitting the F4, it is freezing entire range. That is the column and row both. Then it is coming to row freezing only. Then it is coming to column freezing only. And then the last option is no freezing. So now the point is why we need this. Right now, in this example, probably we don't need. But suppose, for example, we have a data where one reference is always should come from column 1, the first column. Then what we should do? We should freeze the column. If my one reference will only come from a particular row, but column will vary, then we should freeze the row. Now, if my any reference will always come to a particular cell, I will freeze both column and row. Now, lastly, we know that pivot tables is a very powerful tool of Excel. So now suppose I need a pivot table of this table. Okay, I will just hit, I don't need to go to insert and then pivot chart. I just can do all DPR. Next, new worksheet or new worksheet, it will done. So all DPR and then you just follow the instruction. Now enter. It will come to a new sheet and see your pivot chart and pivot table is ready. Thank you for being with me. So far we have covered how to navigate Excel in smarter way. Now you can understand Excel is vast. In this particular video, we have not covered the functionalities because that is a part of basic to advanced course. Lot of functionalities are there. If you are learning sequentially module by module, then only you can learn Excel. Otherwise, if you this type of videos will help you if you are regularly using Excel, but somehow Excel is controlling you, you are not that fast in Excel, then this video will help you out. What you are doing, how to do that faster way, it will help. But what you are doing, if you do not know that, then you need to learn Excel properly from basic to advanced. If needed, you can contact me as well. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for joining me today.